So is XRP connected to SWIFT plus some major news coming out of Congress that could shake up the game? And here's the big question. Could XRP hit $100,000? And also the rumors that Ripple may be partnering with Apple. XRP transactions with no internet needed? Yeah, this is some crazy stuff. People don't realize this, but there's over $20 trillion parked in pre-funded accounts all around the world. Brad Garlinghouse said this is dormant capital, capital that doesn't do anything, capital is just sitting there. This gives a huge opportunity for XRP to step in and find a way to release some of that capital. A lot of people say, why isn't XRP doing it faster? Why hasn't it happened over the last 10, 12 years? It's because technology moves slower than most people realize. They see new iPhones. They see new televisions, new laptops, and they say every year technology's updated. So why is this so slow? I heard people even tell me, why are you interested in XRP? That's an old coin. People don't realize how slow technology adoption is. Electricity took 50 to 75 years. The internet took 20 to 30 years. A lot of major technology, mobile phones took 25 years from inception to when 75% of people were using that technology. It takes time. Most of the banking systems are built on old COBOL code from the 80s and 70s. People don't realize this because they see the front end. Most systems in airports, have you ever seen an airport system? It's all from the 80s. Every major airline has systems that were built in the 80s. It's because adoption takes time, because companies and banks have invested billions in creating these systems years ago. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But when they see the huge opportunity that XRP has, they will invest a second time to integrate XRP into these systems. There's already payment hubs like PaymentSafe, translating legacy and new payment formats. XRP and RLUSD transactions are already moving through SWIFT. I want you guys to listen to a video.
Let me tell you why this is really a big deal. Because if the United States wanted a strategic reserve asset that they were able to hold in a large quantity in comparison to other people on the network, there is no better choice than XRP. And that's because there is still so much XRP outstanding that they can be allocated without moving the price of XRP. I want you guys to take this into account. Ripple, as stated by Brad Garlinghouse, their goal is to one day make XRP a digital reserve currency.
And there you have it, XRP as a global reserve currency. I believe that the U.S. government could strategically use XRP as a reserve asset. I believe that's what that meeting was between Brad Garlinghouse and Trump right before he got elected. It was to convince Trump to include XRP into the strategic reserve. Remember, Trump is very pro-American. First of all, we really don't know where Bitcoin came from. Even though I'm pro-Bitcoin, I really like it, I can see the argument to Trump would be, we don't know where Bitcoin came from. Get XRP. We know where it came from and we know who controls it. Ripple controls XRP through the validators. And a lot of people don't like that. They get angry because they're basing it on the ethos of Bitcoin, which is truly decentralized. Now, I believe that both could exist in a cryptocurrency future. And it's nothing wrong. There's always alternatives to everything. There's 6 social media platforms, and they all serve a specific purpose. Now, why does Twitter and Instagram both exist? Why does Facebook and Instagram both exist? Why does TikTok and Instagram both exist? Because each one of those social media platforms has a specific niche that they target. And that's how technology normally moves, is that there's always alternatives. And I think XRP will be an alternative to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's slow. Bitcoin is not meant to be a reserve currency. That's where XRP's sweet spot is, that becoming a global currency and also replacing the SWIFT banking system. Ripple has 37 billion XRP in escrow, which would allow the government to buy the XRP or acquire it at a lower cost. Now, organizations and people do this all the time. Warren Buffett, people don't realize this, but Warren Buffett buys stocks at a discount. When Warren Buffett sees a stock that he likes, he calls the company, says, hey, give me a 10, 15, 20, 30% discount on your stock. I'm going to buy it directly from the company. I'm not going through the NASDAQ. I'm not going through the New York Stock Exchange. I want to go right through you. What is the company's benefit in doing that? If Warren Buffett is buying their stock, the news is going to hit. If the news hits, their price is going to get driven up anyway. So it's a win situation, and Warren Buffett acquires those stocks at a lower price. The same thing could happen with the U.S. government. Ripple could sell those XRP at a lower cost than they can get on the market. That's almost impossible with Bitcoin. And that will allow the government to acquire the XRP at a lower cost and add it to the strategic reserve. There's 30 central banks right now considering Ripple's technology. Now, a lot of people don't realize this. Within those banks all over the world, Japan is taking a bold step in pushing its banks to accept and adopt XRP. 80% of banks in Japan have already committed to switching to XRP before the end of the year. I want to show you guys an article because a lot of people don't understand what's happening right in front of your eyes. I want to show you guys a video.
I anticipate a court decision in a few weeks. And if the court determines that Ripple's XRP is ultimately not a security, I expect the price could soar significantly. As major external shareholders, we would see substantial capital gains if the value increases. But even without selling, the valuation itself would be considerable. I'm optimistic that the outcome will be favorable soon.
So here's Japan's banks are fully embracing XRP, and this could revolutionize the global finance. The Japanese banking sector is going through a major transformation as banks fully embrace XRP for global transactions. It's in the news. You can Google it. There's many sites that have reported on it. There's also videos where CEOs in Japan have expressed their love for XRP. Now, many experts expect very high valuations of XRP. It's probably unlikely in the short term, but that doesn't mean that XRP can't get to $50, $30, $40 in the short term. XRP's value has to be high to work as a global currency. And people always say that's impossible because of market cap. Market cap is something I don't believe should be applied to cryptocurrency, and I'll let you know why. It's because in 2016-17, that's when a lot of stock people and a lot of day traders, a lot of Forex traders came into crypto, and they applied all of these technical analysis. They applied market cap, and I don't believe that those metrics should be forced on a transformative technology. Now, it's several reasons why. First of all, crypto is affected by thin liquidity. That means that the price can be changed greatly or up or down by a relatively small amount of trades. And two is that currency can be lost forever. In a company's stock, you can't lose stocks. 98% are digital now. There's 2% that are physical certificates. We know where all the stocks are. So let's say, for example, if somebody has 1,000 stocks of right, and then they die. We know that John Miller had the stocks. We call his next of kin to pick those stocks up. And they sell them or whatever they're going to do with it. In cryptocurrency, some of that currency is lost forever and you will never retrieve it. And that's included in the market cap. Back in the early days of crypto, I've been in this a long time, 2011 I got in, we had paper wallets, we had text files. And some of us didn't know where it was going. I was messing. I lost some, sent some to dead wallets. I lost maybe 10, 15 Bitcoin early on because I didn't know what I was doing. This was 2011. There was no hardware wallets. There was none of that stuff. You created a wallet, private and public key in code. So if you lost the database, I don't know how many Bitcoin, I don't know how many XRP I lost in the early days. And that's true for a lot of people. Maybe 10, 15, 20% of these currencies are lost forever. And we know with Bitcoin specifically, Satoshi had 1 million. That's roughly 5% of all Bitcoin in existence. And how many are lost? 3, 4, 5 million Bitcoin? And we include that in the market cap. We say all of this counts as the market cap because we don't know if those wallets are dormant and we don't know who owns them. It could be lost, could be somebody just holding for the long term. We can see on the blockchain, but we don't know. So we have to include it. With stocks, all of it's included in the market cap, but every single stock is retrievable. That's the thing. We can't retrieve all the crypto we lost. And that's why I think market cap should not be applied. Those are the two reasons I think market cap should not be applied to any cryptocurrency, and especially XRP. Or you shouldn't say that a certain crypto cannot get to a certain place based on market cap. Now, market cap is good for comparing cryptos. Well, so that shows us how far crypto can go in that time. Or a similar crypto like Ethereum went to this. Ethereum did this in the first 6 years. Solana is very similar, but it's faster and it's more efficient. Maybe you can get a little bit past Ethereum. You can use those to compare, but you can't use it to limit where cryptocurrency is going. Brad Garlinghouse said recently that he believed that XRP was going to 5 trillion market cap. So if we got to 5 trillion, that would make it $50 per XRP. Now, I see that as reasonable. 75, 100 is still reasonable. 10,000, I believe, is unreasonable. If it did happen, if you're 30 years old, by the time it happened, you'd be 70 or 60. It would take 30 years for the entire world has to adopt XRP. That could take 10 years from now for that 70-80% adoption happens worldwide. And then the value would have to go up. So you'd be 20, 30 years from now, which I could see it happening 20, 30 years from now, but not in the short term. I want to take a look at this Instagram video a lot of you guys have been sending and talk about how wrong it is. So let's take a look.
What started out as a solution to expensive and time-consuming cross-border payments is now struggling to keep up in today's market. XRP was designed to be a bridge currency. Bank A in the US would exchange dollars for XRP, send it globally to Bank B in UK, which then swaps it back into euros. Everything done in just seconds. However, this meant that nobody would hold the token for a long time. In simple terms, the demand would never go above the supply, except for hype. In today's market, stablecoins like USDC and USDT offer the same service, faster, cheaper, and with much lesser risk, proving XRP's biggest use case completely obsolete. Meanwhile, Ripple Labs controls most of XRP's supply, selling billions to fund itself. A questionable funding strategy to say the least. Perhaps it was a smart investment in 2012, but in 2025, it's a total gamble. For over 6 years, XRP's price has barely moved. The demand isn't there, and the market has moved on. Crypto evolved, XRP didn't.
This is, again, what I'm talking about is that a lot of people that believe that they know about cryptocurrency don't know about technology. They compare it with stocks. It's a transformative technology. It's not stocks. It's not Forex. And people believe because they know a little bit about stocks, they can use that knowledge and then talk about how XRP and other cryptos are just like stocks, but it's not. Now, there's 2 points I want to talk about in that video. One is that Ripple has been selling XRP to fund its operations. That's no different than a company does. And remember, Ripple is a company, XRP is the cryptocurrency. Companies sell their stocks all the time to fund operations early on, especially startups. So this is not anything outside of normal. This is people, there's 2 types of crypto people who are against XRP. There's one, there are people who come from the stock world and they're trying to apply their stock metrics to XRP, a transformative technology. And there's 2, people who don't know about stocks at all. They just know a little bit about meme coins, a little bit about NFTs or whatever back in 2020. And they believe they know because they made a little money in cryptocurrency. And lastly, there's rumors of XRP transactions without the internet. Now, it could be over radio waves and satellite. It removes the dependency on internet infrastructure and is beneficial for underdeveloped regions. There's a large opportunity for any cryptocurrency. And I also like XLM because XLM is focusing on underdeveloped emerging economies. So any disaster scenario, any kind of wars, anything like that where the electricity is off, the internet's off, you can still transmit XRP over radio signals and satellites. So that's one big thing that they're trying to do with Apple, supposedly. So we'll keep on top of those developments. And remember, there's a pro-congressional shift. The 119 U.S. Congress is shaping up to be one of the most crypto-friendly in history. Brad Garlinghouse believes he can lead to more favorable regulations for XRP. And I posted this earlier today, there's rumors that Brad Garlinghouse could possibly have a seat on Trump's crypto council. Now, this will lead to influence. I believe that XRP could possibly, it's a strong possibility that could be included in the strategic reserve. And I believe if that happens, XRP's price is going to skyrocket. The lawsuit's not completely over, so they got to get that resolved first. If he gets on that council, if XRP does what we think it's going to do, if Trump does do an executive order on tax-free American-made cryptos, and Congress pushes for clear guidelines and classification, XRP could go to easily to $50. Now, the $100,000 is a little bit too much. I think that's not going to happen anytime soon. But I do believe that XRP could do extraordinarily well. It's already rallied 500% since early November. It spiked at 340 because of Trump's election, regulatory clarity, and institutional adoption. Rumors suggest X again could be included. So I appreciate you guys. Like the video. Please drop a comment. Ask me any questions you want, and I'll try to answer them Mondays and Wednesdays, 10:30 a.m. live on YouTube. Also, please subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be dropping a lot of XRP, a lot of cryptocurrency, a lot of stocks. I focus on tech stocks. I focus on cryptocurrency. I appreciate you. Have a great night.